that cloth as a metaphor never changes. We superimpose it with the starch. That is our consciousness force. Then we draw a sketch. It is a conception in the mind that one day I will be happy. Today I'm awfully busy. Very good. And then the painter paints that picture. One painter has painted all these pictures. We are together. So another way of witness, mano buddhir ahankara chittaninaham. Neither the mind, memory, intellect, and the ego. That knower remains detached. Naturally, it is in the state of being casual. In the state of dispersion, the mind does not say, I'm detached with you. You are already naturally. Mano buddhir ahankara chittani naham. Nacha shrotra jivhai nacha ghrana netrayam. None of these five sense organs. Meaning is this, but it is happening. Mano buddhir ahankara chittani naham. न च श्रोत्रजिह्वै न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायु. I am none of these five elements. Remove the five elements. Show me how this sense organ can perceive anything. Then where comes the thought that I am doing it, I am feeling it? Doer is gone. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am that pure consciousness. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences, and bring the hands down. How are you, Stephen and Sam?
Good. Thank you so much for that. First, I want to say, Girish, you always say how much you appreciate us. I want to tell you how much I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody on this call. So thank you. This non-practice, as I've explained in the past, is a moment of great contemplation and reflection for me. Today, I was really outside of myself during my contemplation and reflection. And it was almost as if I was watching a rewind reel of everything you've been teaching for the last 2 years, and running through this concept. And I couldn't stop contemplating and reflecting on the idea that we're in search of pure consciousness, or we're in search of the real self, when in reality, there's no searching, it's already there. And so what prevents it? And again, we're learning about the five sheaths, we're learning about the causal body, the subtle, the physical, and then it all comes back, and I can't stop thinking about it. It all comes back to the wrong I, the ego, that prevents all of this. And if we live, or I live in this idea of indifference, and not, looking at it from, that ego perspective. I now know the right I, and I can now expose the fact that consciousness is. And that's what was continuing to go on. And then you said something about focusing on the breath, and I felt this shock of leaving that outer part of myself, and I just had this explosion of energy inside myself, and I just became aware of the birds outside, the fan going above me, Sam breathing, my heart beating and stuff like that. And it was just a different experience. So it was really good, something else for me to contemplate and reflect. So thank you.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful explanation. And yes, we are in search of the reality, whether we are doing Mondays and Thursdays. And I give them the different perspective depending on the group and depending on the nature and the personality types. I teach from one text, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. But yeah, the best thing that you talk, that we are in search of the reality. And the second statement, that is the right discernment, and everything is right discernment in this fashion. But here, so when we say that, yes, we are in search of that reality, and you add that, it is already there. So this mind should need to discover what is already there. So that drops the idea of delusion in the mind that I have to do something to achieve. You got it, very good. You don't get it, very good. How are you, Sam?
I think I got it very good. It was it's a very blank and peaceful experience. Experienced nothingness, and it was a very nice, warming feeling to experience nothingness.
Beautiful. That's deeper. How are you, Brandy?
I'm great, thank you. My experience was similar to Stephen's in that. Sorry, there's loud. I was thinking, like I realized during my meditation that for 20 years of my yoga practice, I was walking around saying that I don't meditate, right? Because I felt like I had to do something, right? Find something to meditate, when actually the state of consciousness is always available. And so with that, I was just really deep in my, like the fish in the ocean. I was just in the consciousness.
Beautiful. I appreciate. Sometimes what happens, people practicing one kind of meditation for 20 years, they don't reach there and they still remain stuck to that. Now, I've been doing it for 10 years. What happened? A little more anger, little more stress. So what you will do, I will stick to that. I appreciate. That's a way to be a seeker. That you realize, you understand that I was living in a delusion. It's not that I'm giving you a practice. No, it's all about knowledge. It's about understanding. Many people say that. So how you pay it?
Good morning. Namaste, everybody. Thank you, Girish, for a beautiful practice. I had some beautiful moments of discerned stillness beyond the mind. It was lovely. Thank you.
It's good. That's wonderful. Beautiful. How are you, Rakesh?
Thank you, sir. Today I was watching, doing nothing. In doing nothing, I was just stillness. In those stillness, I was watching. I was watching the breath. I was watching the mind. I was watching the
Yeah.
sensation. I was watching the body. I was watching your voice. Everything I was watching. It seems like I'm standing on my balcony and looking at the word of mind, the word of sensation, etc. And at the end, I don't know. I felt like I become one with you. And when you read that shloka about the Shiv, uh, I saw the emotions coming and the tears in my eyes.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a beautiful.
Uh,
That
so
I
that
is the knower, that I is not the ego. That is what happens in that state. It's beautiful. Beautiful. How are you, Vaibhav?
Sir, I'm good. It was very peaceful. During the practice, it was like I was going into this idea that what is that thing which is I'm not dependent, which is not dependent, and it's happening on its own. So I get an answer like that: the living, which is actually dependent from all the experiences, it's happening. The living is not dependent on anything, and this living is common in all of us. So it was
Yes. 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 That's another beautiful understanding that living is just a happening. That is why we do not know when we were born, when we are going to be born, and when we are going to die, with reference to the body. The happening. Beautiful. How are you, Terry? And then we will go to Christina.
I don't know how to put my experiences into a coherent uh, sentence, but I had a lot of. Hmm.
You have nothing in your mind. Don't force your mind to say something.
It's that I had too much things in my mind.
Okay.
I just want to stop this. So I simply was aware of it all.
Yep.
My eyes were open. I couldn't hold still. I couldn't stop. I was sitting still, but I kept eating this piece of bread that I had with me. And I just stopped judging myself about all of it, and I just observed all of it. And I was thinking if the consciousness is everywhere and we're all the same.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was thinking how, like if I'm here in this body, this is my ego in this body, and I'm experiencing this. And here's this other person over there. They're not experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing. And there are people that are completely unaware of anything even remotely close to what we're talking about. And
Yeah.
then there's other, everybody's walking around in a different state.
Hold on here. The moment you say that I talk with reference to the body, then we do not remain as a knower and the seer or the witness. We become an individual ego as a center of thought, speech, and action, and that destroys everything what we are talking about.
Well, I was contemplating how different
That's the right way to contemplate.
people can, like if somebody is doing something mean to somebody else, that they're really the same person, but one is like this and one is like that. It seems strange to me.
Let it remain as a strange to you so that you can go deeper.
Yeah, even my own brain is doing unkind things to my body. Giving me emotions that I don't, like.
Terry thinks a lot and reflects a lot. It gives us lots of clues.
Yeah, I wish I could stop the thoughts. It's too much thoughts.
Okay, very good. Too much thought is also good. How about you, Anesthesia?
Thank you. I'm fine. It was so deep, and sometimes I had a feeling that a minute or a second, and I can disappear or fall asleep. I think, and I even got scared a little bit when I heard you once, and the main feeling was completeness. I feel completed. This is amazing because I have never felt like this.
Yeah. Sense of completeness is nothing but the consciousness. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. How are you, Christina? Once in a blue moon, very good.
Very busy, which I'm trying to figure out, Girish. But thank you so much for that lesson. It resonated perfectly with what I've been reflecting on throughout the week of what kind of person do you want to be? And it's kind of like I saw what kind of picture do you want to paint? And that's just what I've been reflecting all week and what I've been practicing with the child that I nanny for. And it just was a beautiful lesson to just sit in that for this hour and to carry on into the rest of the day.
Yes, the rest of the day and even in your busy hours. Very good. She's a little, she and Anastasia, they are small girls, little girls. How are you, Joe?
Sir, I'm good and fine, peaceful.
You're doing fine?
Very fine.
Very good. I'm also doing fine. Any question? We will meet again. Thank you. Thank you.
Namaste.
Oh, namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.